Coming up in today's video, guys, we've got two patients, myself and the lovely Miss Taylor Green's following on. So I've got you can see a super dry ear canal, this one. I can give you a little bit of background to this one, but Taylor's got a lovely skin covering the eardrum, yours?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Excuse the voices, guys, we're both full up with a cold, which is why we sound the way we do, and a cough. So if you still randomly start coughing in the middle of it, that's why. So this patient actually didn't come in for wax removal. This patient came in because they wear a hearing aid. And we see our patients every 12 months for their hearing aid review. Now, I did take a look in the ear and said, well, there's a little bit in here. I can see the eardrum there. So, if you wanted to, we could just carry on with the test on this side. But you can see that once I started removing this is all skin. So we just got a super dry ear canal. And the skin that migrates from the deepermost part to the outermost part of the ear canal dries and dehydrates as it moves forward. And normally should break away at this point. But it's still hanging on. So it's formed this thin, this sort of, well, it's thin, it's thicker in places, keratin layer. So I'm just going to go in now with the crocodile forceps. This is great for keratin, crocodile forceps. You get a good grip on this. You can see I've taken that top section away. I thought, oh, okay, just two more little bits to come away here.
Famous last words.
Famous last words. You should never say. I don't think I said. Oh yeah, just only a little bit left to come away. And I started pulling. Yeah, I started pulling it, and I was like, "Oh, hang on a minute, where's all this coming from?" And it's just peeled like a lot of the way down the ear canal. This one, you can see. I think what happened is where that skin's migrating, the skin's hit to a certain point, it's dried out, and then all the skin following beyond it has just kind of all hit this barrier and kind of all concertina and puckered up. And that's what's happened here. So you've got this thick ring, but it's just basically rolled and squished together skin. But look how deep that's peeling away.
It's a nice one.
There's a good one, this one. And I thought, oh, just the last little bit, and then that tore, and then we had to get another little bit. And I thought, oh, okay, this is probably the last little bit. And then that tore, and then we had to go back in again. So yeah, it's one of those things. You just got to keep going with this.
Oh, it's like paper.
It is. It is. It's almost like tracing paper. It's that kind of thickness, this stuff.
It rips really easy when it's really dry like this.
You got it. So you can see just using the bottom draw of the forceps just to lift up this last piece. And you can see just how dry that canal was all around there. But before I did the test, obviously I took a look in this here and said, no, there's no way we can do the test. Not with this in there at the minute.
It's perfect, man. I can see it. I can see you dropping that little tiny gap there.
You squint really hard, you can see it. So this domed effect, the first thing you'd normally say by looking at this, you'd say cotton bud, right? But it's not. This patient actually wears what they call receiver in the canal hearing aid. So you have a dome, a rubber dome on the end, which is what sits inside the ear canal. And that's what's caused this impression. It's not a cotton bud end. It's actually the end of the hearing aids caused it to form this dome and depressed center to the wax. Now, it becomes, I thought this was going to be the easier of the two to take out, right? Just because it looked like it was a more solid mass. But it's this super, it's like a thick fudge or a toffee consistency. And it's hanging onto this dry skin. Which makes it a little bit more difficult. So I've got to, in order to get this plug out, I've got to break the adhesion to the canal wall there, which I've done on the top. But you can see as I'm pressing this in, it's not quite as solid, and it's not quite kind of soft. It's this real sticky in-between consistency.
That's the one downside. Well, there's a couple of downsides to you having wax, but especially with hearing aids, you know, it's, if you need it done on a regular basis, it's a bit of a pain. You're having to, change your filters very often, clean the hearing aids more often. Your ears get blocked up a bit more. So, it's that kind of, you hear better with the hearing aid, but at the same time, it's kind of pushing your wax in further. And
that's why it's really, really important. If you're looking at hearing aids or anything like that, but always check the aftercare, okay? Because that is massively important. And we're seeing at the start of a rise of more kind of online retailers doing hearing aids, and the difficulty you have there, I think you had somebody recently who said, I can buy a hearing aid much cheaper on it. You can, but there's no aftercare involved in that, and that's super important when you look at buying hearing aids. So this patient, just to video in, there was very little change in the hearing, but we reprogrammed the hearing aid at this point, just to it's programmed up to the latest test results as well. And patient hearing a lot better. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. A hearing aid is only as good as the test that's programmed onto it. So if you've got really super duper accurate test results, tested in some treated facilities is really, really important. and making sure that hearing test is updated on those hearing aids regularly, because your hearing does change. And when your hearing changes, the hearing aid doesn't automatically change. You have to reprogram it with new test results every time. So having that done at least every 12 months makes a massive difference. It keeps those hearing aids tip top. We changed the filters, brushed out the mics, did everything, general clean up on the hearing aids as well. But this is really kind of, it's almost like a round ball.
It's like almost there, isn't it?
It is. I think this was like a tool of desperation, really. I didn't think the forceps were going to do it, but I thought we might be lucky.
Yeah. It's like almost there. It's like it's holding on. Something's holding it back.
It's just getting stuck just inside the canal entrance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, you can see I'm really trying to kind of get above it or roll it. And sometimes what I'll do with the curette is, rather than try and sort of scoop, I'll start by rolling, just pulling it forwards ever so slightly.
Here it comes.
I thought it was going to go, but it didn't quite make it. Just because now it's stuck to the opposing canal wall.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
quite narrow.
It is, yeah, it does. It's scooping these pieces out. Now I'll just unstick this last one. I'll be able to roll that out now.
It's like almost like got a pinch point at the bottom of the ear canal.
You got it. You got it. And that's what I'm going to work on now, is just taking this out.
There we go.
There we are. And eardrum looking a lot better there.
Oh, look at that.
It was surprising actually just how much came out. So what are we looking at there? Just under 2.5 inches.
Just over 6 centimetres there on that one.
I remember I did this one.
Yeah, this is my patient, this one now. So yeah, very, very deep, as you can see. Looks like a load of wax.
Yeah.
But we've got this very fine kind of yellow you can see on the outer part here. So this is skin, and that's what we're starting to remove here. Now I've started here because I'm kind of hoping if it's all skin, it's going to start unraveling and it's going to start pulling everything in that deeper section forwards. Now this is, I think, is the standard size Zollner tube, which is the larger of the suction tubes that we use. And I'm just getting a good grip on this. You can see we've got quite a long piece that's come away there.
That was a fair size piece, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that everything?
No.
No.
No, I think there's quite a bit more to come.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There we go.
It's hard. Does that go over the eardrum as well? Because the eardrum's got that yellowish tinge to it.
Yeah. This is it's almost like skin, like mini skin ribbons, all kind of bunched in together. And I didn't know that until I'd started, removing it. I could see it all unraveling and stretching and getting quite long. I'm going to clear this little bit up here. This little bit. Yeah, I didn't want to kind of touch into that. It's a bit of an awkward position. It's all a bit. Oh, there we go.
That's a nice chunk. You can see.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you can see that all starting to unravel, that sort of skin behind it.
Still no eardrum yet, though.
No. This is the fine end now. So this is I've popped a smaller suction tube on here. There we go. That's starting. It was really frustrating because I wanted it all to come away in one go, but it just kept coming away in little bits like this.
Oh, there you go. You got the bottom nice and clear.
Start to see the eardrum coming through now. Might get a bit blurry here, so the patient's kind of talking to me at the same time. Just trying to loosen this top section because I'm hoping again I'm going to start rolling the rest of that.
Yeah.
No. Patient has obviously been using a lot of oil as well, which is why the hairs inside the ear have that kind of coating, that oily coating to it.
Well, you can see a little flinch there.
A little bit of a flinch there, yeah.
Because when it all gets sucked in, sometimes you and it all goes in, it does make you feel, what was that?
So yeah, patients usually tend to go the opposite way. So I was like, oh, you got to be quick on your reactions there. So yeah, nice and clear looking eardrum there. Yeah, it's not a massive amount, but we got was it just 3
inch and a quarter.
Yeah, 3.5 centimetres roughly, just under.
Sorry guys. Well guys, thank you very much for watching our video and getting to the end of it. If you did enjoy that video, you can always click on the video which is going to there.
did say
It's
that,
going to be up there. Yeah, you can click on that one, which is another recommendation from us, and take a little look at that one. But as always, guys, oh no, before you do that, if you really enjoy the videos, you can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for us. That would be absolutely fantastic. And if you really, really want them or see more videos, you can also consider becoming members of the channel. You'll get to see videos before anybody else, and you'll also get extra videos as well every single week. So check out the link in the description, and you can have a little look how you become a member as well. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another, and myself and the lovely Miss Taylor Green. We'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.